Witty story na ta. Everybody, settle down. 7:42 na.
Attention please.
So once upon a time, there was a very clever and cunning landlord. Sakon pagid. Okay, maruri. Okay, tanan na lang guro ara sa iya abilidad sini nga landlord. Okay, so ka-clever gid sa iya. Okay, not only clever but cunning landlord who owned lots of land in a whole village. Halos ginapanag-iyahan niya tanan nga land sa village. And he kawai sa iya kay nga he loaned a small amount of money. Kumbaga, he cunningly loaned small amount of money when the needy come to him. So kung may magpalapit gani nga nagakinahanglanon, especially mga pigado para mag-asang iya nga help, so ginapakulamay ni kwarta, gamay lang nga amount. So taking a benefit of those who were not well educated. Pag nakita ya gani nga daw ini masarangan ko ni nga i-manipulate o mga not so well educated nga mga tao, gina-take na advantage. He kept adding on interest. Ginadugangan niyang interest to the principal amount. Tapos the amount for payment of the loan, syempre, would rise up. So nagasaka, gadako, gadako. Okay, so sa kung magdako na that the people couldn't pay back, hindi na mabayaran sa mga tao, the people couldn't pay back and end up surrendering their land to the landlord. So munang ending, kung hindi na sila kabayad, okay, so kauna nang ila duta, why na sila mahimo? Okay, kaya kulang alam, ginadugangan ang interest, okay, sa ilang ginulam. Imagine adding an interest to the principal amount. You see, grabe ginatake advantage ang mga tao nga nagahulam sa iya, especially mga poor. Now, his eyes were on a land owned by an old lady. So may ginatarget naman siya nga isa ka land. Ginapanag-iyahan sang old lady near his house. And she was all alone. No other family. And she would plant her own crop. Okay, gatanom siya and fulfill her needs. And then the landlord, ang ini siya nga landlord, was not able to figure out how to convince her into giving up her land to him. So hindi siya kabalo kung paano niya sugudan. He wasn't able to figure out how to lure ang ininga old lady into giving up her land to him. So ang ginimo niya, he ginbribe niya ang government official. So ginsuhulan niya government official in the village. And syempre, forge nila ang documents. Okay, forge the papers of ownership. Ginbutang niya ito yung ngalan. And then, along with the government official, visited the old lady, kaduan nila, and served her a notice to hand over the land to him. So grabe nakibot na surprise ang old lady. Imagine, pakitaan nila may title na, iya na ngalan na. So upod pang government official. So the old lady was shocked. Nagibot siya. He was shocked to know this and syempre pleaded that she has been living here or living in the land her whole life, and this land has been owned by her great grandparents. Kumbaga, ang ininga land owned by her ancestors. So her loved ones ginlubong de ang iyang mga pinalangga sa life na lubong na di sa duta, okay, buried in this land, and she inherited it. So how can someone claim this now nga subong lang nga sa kadugayon ako na niya? So she approached the local court. But syempre, the landlord had bribed everyone. Ginsuhulan na to ya, ginpangbayran na to ya. So ginpangbayran na to ang halos tanan and presented ang forged ownership nga documents or papers. Okay? Fake kung bagabi nga land title. So thus the court delivered the judgment in the landlord's favor. So ay siya mahimo. Gimpaboran ang manggaranon nga landlord. So syempre, dejected old lady then prepared na to vacate the land. So nag-ready na sa nga mahalin, why na siya mahimo. While the landlord and his associates stood there waiting for her to leave. So gahulat na sila. Siyempre excited yan ang kwaon ng ang land grabbing kumbaga. So while leaving, filled with tears, grabe subo gidya. Filled with tears sa iyang mata, the old lady approached the landlord. Ginpalapitan niya and said, "Yes, sir. Sir, you have taken everything from me today. You have taken everything from me today. My entire life was spent here. My entire life was spent here. But now, I am leaving. So the land here is where I played, dirigi ko gahampang sa una, sa gamay pa ko. I grew up with my family in this soil. And this is very dear to me. Special ginisa ko ng ininga land." That's what she said. Amo na hambal sang old lady. And then, linya, hambal sang old lady, "We all are made of soil." Tananta, we are all made of soil. And so anyone can have an affection towards it. Linya, allow me to carry a basket full or filled with this soil to keep with me. So i-allow ko bingi makuha ko disang duta nga dalon ko. So with that, by my side, I will always have an aroma of this place till I die peacefully. So amo nang ginaayo sa iya sang old lady. Siyempre, the landlord thinking, since he had gained ownership na of her entire land without paying her, nakuha yan ang gusto niya without spending misan isa ka kusing, misan 5, nakuha yan ang land. So ginalaw ya. Okay? The landlord allowed her to kuha sang soil. Okay? Butang siya nga basket nga gamay or sa basket ya. So she can live quietly. Ginpasugtan niya. So he said, "Fine, it's okay. You can fill up your basket and leave." So the old lady started filling up ang iyang suludlan with soil. Ginsugod yan na ito butangan sang soil. And then she overfilled it, and she was struggling to lift the basket. Kaya nga dadamo na butang yang soil. So struggle siya nga ihakwaton. She was struggling to lift the basket to carry over her head. So yawan siya kwat. And then she told the landlord, ginabalan niya, "Sir, will you please help me? Will you please lend a hand to put the basket over my head?" And then the landlord came forward to help and said, "Yeah, oh, nano ka man. You poor old lady. Nga why kaya naminsa raw? You did not think before you overfilled this basket. Why kaya dyan naminsar? You are struggling to lift this basket filled with soil, then how can you carry this with you? Iyawan ka na gani akwat, paano mo ni madala?" So with tears in her eyes, grabe, gahibi gidang, syempre gahibi gidang old lady with tears in her eyes. The old lady said, "Oh sir, this entire land was my own. This entire land was my own. I spent my whole life here, yet I am struggling to carry a single basket of soil from here while I am still breathing. I won't be able to carry it with me even when I die." Niya, ikaw ya sir, you. About you. Ikaw ya. Have so much of others' land. Damo kaya kadutaan. So how will you carry it with you? How will you carry it all with you? And then the landlord Naminsar ang landlord. Naminsar sa muno. Though hindi siya kambal kung ano ihambal niya. Doon nagnanga siya after hearing the statement of the old lady. And then he realized his mistake and fell on the old lady's feet asking for forgiveness. And then he requested the old lady to live again in that land, to live there, and returned her land. That's the end of our story.
Wow.
So if you like the story tonight, I want you to react. Send me your reaction to text line. So nung morals ang story ta, hindi ta magdinaya, hindi ta sinakon, hindi magdinaya, do not cheat, do not be greedy. Ang kasakon taon tatina na, do not take more than what you need. Let's be contented with what we have. Okay, sometimes it's sufficient for a happy life. So if you want to react, send me your reactions at 0912-718-7011.